Economic systems determined who prospered and who suffered. Racial beliefs justified who held power and who was denied freedom. These forces weren't separate, they were woven together, creating a divided society. To understand this history, we'll explore how America's rapid growth depended on different labor systems, especially slavery. We'll also see how ideas about race were invented to defend this system, and we'll view it all through the eyes of Frederick Douglass, whose life reveals the true cost of these choices. His story reminds us these weren't just ideas, they shaped millions of lives. Let's begin. The early 1800s brought the market revolution, a wave of inventions and industry that transformed America. Small farms gave way to factories in cities, especially in the North. People left rural life for wage work in crowded mills, trading independence for long hours and little pay. In the South, the cotton gin made cotton king, fueling a massive demand for labor. But instead of hiring workers, Southern plantations relied on enslaved African Americans. As cotton profits soared, so did the expansion of slavery, spreading westward and deepening the nation's divide. The North's factories and the South's plantations both created wealth, but only for a few. Most workers, whether free or enslaved, remained poor and powerless. These new labor systems, wage work in the North, slavery in the South, were designed to maximize profit for the powerful. The result? America grew richer, but also more unequal. The promise of opportunity was real for some, but built on the suffering of others. This economic transformation set the stage for the conflicts to come. The nation's prosperity was inseparable from its divisions. The story of growth was also a story of deepening injustice. We often imagine the North and South as opposites, one free, one enslaved, but their economies were tightly linked. Cotton picked by enslaved people in the South was shipped to northern mills, fueling industry and wealth. Northern banks, merchants, and insurers profited from the slave economy, even if they never owned slaves. The entire nation was entangled in a web of profit built on human suffering. Frederick Douglass saw this connection firsthand. When he escaped north, he recognized that the prosperity around him was stained by slavery. His fight for abolition wasn't just against the South, it was a call for the whole country to confront its complicity. The North and South were two sides of the same coin. Slavery was a national system, not just a Southern one. Douglass challenged everyone to see their role in this injustice. To defend slavery in a nation built on freedom, Americans invented the idea of race. They claimed black people were inferior, less intelligent, less human, to justify their enslavement. These lies were written into law. Slave codes banned education, property, and basic rights for the enslaved. Even free black people faced harsh discrimination and constant threats. Race became a tool to divide and control, placing all African Americans at the bottom of society. This system protected the wealth and power of a few, while denying humanity to millions. The poison of these beliefs outlasted slavery itself. The story of race and power was never just about the South, it shaped the entire nation. The legacy of these ideas still echoes today. Frederick Douglass's story reveals the true cruelty of slavery, not just forced labor, but the destruction of family and identity. As a child, Douglass was separated from his mother, seeing her only a handful of times before she was gone forever. Slaveholders broke families apart to make people easier to control and sell. This was deliberate. By denying love and connection, they tried to turn people into property. Douglass's memories show the personal cost of this system. He was not just a worker, he was a son, denied his mother's love. The constant threat of separation created fear and sorrow for every enslaved person. Douglass's life proves that slavery's greatest violence was against the human spirit. By sharing his pain, he forced readers to see enslaved people as human beings, not property. His testimony exposed the brutal logic behind the system. The economic engine of slavery ran on broken families and stolen lives. Douglass's story is a powerful indictment of the entire system. Douglass's autobiography is more than a personal story. It's a witness against slavery itself. He describes brutal whippings, hunger, and the pain of being treated as less than human, but he also shows moments of resistance, like his fight with the slave breaker, Mr. Covey. That fight was a turning point. Douglass reclaimed his sense of manhood and hope. His struggle was not just against one man, but against a system designed to crush the human spirit. By fighting back, Douglas proved the lie of racial inferiority. His story connected the suffering in the South to the profits in the North. He showed how laws and labor systems worked together to keep people powerless. Douglas's life made the nation's contradictions impossible to ignore. He turned abstract debates about freedom and equality into urgent human realities. His words challenged readers to see the truth and to act. Douglas's narrative became a rallying cry for justice. His voice still echoes today. This history isn't just about the past, it shapes our world today. The links between economic growth and racial inequality didn't end with slavery. The wealth gap and racial injustice we see now have deep roots in these old systems. Discriminatory laws and beliefs continued long after slavery, blocking opportunity for generations. The legacy of race as a tool for control still fuels prejudice and inequality. Debates about justice, voting rights, and equality echo the struggles Douglas faced. His story reminds us: true freedom means real equality. We must confront the past honestly to build a just future. Douglas's life challenges us to demand dignity and rights for all. Understanding this history is the first step toward real change.